I have been so busy. I have not been able to prep or do anything for parent-teacher conferences. So I am just here a little bit early. I'm moving my things and getting ready for the day. Here's my setup. I've already cleared the table off. This usually has a bunch of stuff on it for our small groups. My observation was today, so I got that out of the way, and now I can just focus on parent-teacher conferences. Okay, so my first tip is for signups. So next week I have 2 days at school with kids, and then after school from 3:30 to 7. What's up, y'all? We have a full week of school this week, and then next week we have parent-teacher conferences and fall break. So this week I'm going to take you through what I do for parent-teacher conferences, what papers I prep, how I prep mentally, and how I prep my room so that it's nice and neat, and there's fun little things that my kids have made all around the room so that their parents can see. So come along with me as I show you what I do to prepare for parent-teacher conferences. Our parent-teacher conferences have always been the 2 days before fall break. So next week I have 2 days at school with kids, and then after school from 3:30 to 7 I have parent-teacher conferences, and then after parent-teacher conferences I go home at about 7:30. Same thing on Tuesday, and then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday are my fall break. So I get 3 days off after 2 really long days full of talking. So here we go, let's prep. Okay, so today's Thursday, and I took that video on Monday, the one that you just watched. I have been so busy. I have not been able to prep or do anything for parent-teacher conferences except for get everyone signed up. So on Monday night, I went to the fair. On Tuesday night, I went to the Jonas Brothers, and then yesterday I was prepping for my observation. My observation was today, so I got that out of the way, and now I can just focus on parent-teacher conferences. So I'm going to show you what I do from today until Monday, and then on Monday I'll show you how I set my room up, how I have everything laid out, and we will get at it. So come with me for real this time to plan for parent-teacher conferences. Okay, so my first tip is for signups. So my first year, my second year, I would send this note home with all these options open, and it would say pick 3 spots, put your name down on 3 spots that work for you, and then I would get all of these papers back with like 3 spots for each student, and then I would have to put the puzzle pieces together. That was crazy. Like, it worked, and it definitely worked, and it was a good method, but I came across Sign Up Genius, which I'm gonna pull it up and show y'all as much as I can without showing information. But all it is it's a link. You send out the link to Dojo, email, you can text it. I even put the link on a piece of paper just in case they weren't getting my messages, and all they have to do is click on the link and then sign up for the slot that they want. So let me show you what it looks like once they click. All right, so on this top part, it is totally personalizable. All I'm trying to say is you can personalize it. Sorry if that was wrong. But at the top, you can put Parent-Teacher Conference 2023. You can put whatever you want at the top. And then it automatically connects to your email. And then you can personalize what it says. Where it says, please sign up for one time that works for you. You can put whatever you want there. You can also change the picture of the little clock to look like whatever you want. You can even change the background color, but I just went with the one that was available for parent-teacher conferences to make it easy on me. So on the first slot, it says conference with Miss Paul because obviously I'm the only option. And then on the date, most of them say 10/9 on Monday, but then some switch over to say Tuesday in a little bit. I'll show you that. And then you get to put the time slot. So I made 3:30 to 3:45, and then I give myself a 5-minute break. And then the next conference will start at 3:50, and you can see that it says full up there. That means somebody signed up for it and it's not available to be signed up for again. All right, and then I scrolled down to show you that this is where Tuesday starts, and it's just the same times available. But on Tuesday, as you can see, this one is also full. At 3:30 on Tuesday, it is already signed up for, so no one else can sign up for it. On these bottom ones, I wanted to show y'all what it looks like when you haven't signed up yet. So all of these slots are available, and I'm going to click sign up so you can see what it looks like for the parent. So right here, you can schedule it. On the bottom, it says sign up now. There's a button down there that says that, and then you can leave a comment. So a lot of my parents just put their child's name so that I know that it's for them, and then underneath there's a slot for them to add their name, and then you click sign up now. So that makes it so easy for me. I don't even have to make the schedule because I can literally just make it a printable version, print it out. My schedule's already there, and then I am done. So I start out by sending that on Dojo, and let all the parents who can just easily click on it sign up, and then I send it again through Dojo. I'll send it through email, and then last resort is I'll send it through text message, like Remind 101. If they still don't sign up after that, then I print out the copy of the ones that I've already signed up, and I highlight times that are available. I put a colored note on it and say, please pick one of the times that are highlighted and send it back. And then I just work with it through that. But the people who use the link definitely get first come, first serve, because it's just so much easier on me for them to do that. And then on to reminders. Here is what I do about reminding parents for their conference time. I just did this, so I just have some fresh blank copies, but I send one of these home the day before and one of these home on the day of. So we have conferences on Monday, so I'll send all of these out on Friday, and then I'll also send them again on Monday. So I make 2 copies. It comes as a whole page, so each student gets 1 page. And I write their name, what room number I am, the date and time of their conference. And then I also print out the Sign Up Genius page. I staple it on top of it, and on this page I highlight the parents' time slot that they signed up for, and I put it on this. So they've got 2 forms, and they can see like, oh, she has someone before, so I need to be there on time, or like she has, you know, 2 slots available, so it's okay if I'm rolling in. But I send that twice. So I'll send that on Friday, and then I'll also send it on Monday to every single kid and parent. And then I forgot to mention this, but if they don't sign up, then I sign up for them and hope they show up on that time. All right, it's Friday, and I've gotten most of my things prepped for parent-teacher conferences, meaning like filling out the paperwork that I want to show the parents. But I wanted to go through each paper that I use, show you what I do, show you how I do it, and then I need to organize each papers into the correct conference time because I just got my schedule finished. So I'm going to show you each paper, explain to you how I do it, and then show me putting everything together in the correct order of their conferences. So this is my most used paper. My mentor teacher gave this to me. This would have been in 2020, I guess. And it just has phrases that are like appropriate to say to parents. So instead of saying like, your kid never does their work, you can say it in a more polite way. It has positive work habits, and then it has a way to politely say social skills, work habits that need to show improvement. It has a good way to say leadership skills, because I feel like whenever I'm writing comments, I'm like, your child is amazing, or I just say the same thing over and over, and this just like really helps me kind of get going on a good and more professional way to say something. So I love this paper. I don't know where it's from, but my mentor teacher gave it to me, and it's so stinking helpful. This paper, it's different this year because this is from my one from last year, but I made this paper. It's like my overview page, and it is it's my most important thing to show the parent because it literally shows everything that we're going to talk about in summary. So this is the first thing that I start talking about with parents. It's their name, their conference date and time, and then this first box is all about our rules and behavior. If they follow them, they get a check mark. If they don't follow that rule, then they don't get a check mark, and that's something that I discussed with the parent of like why they didn't get that checked. Here is our benchmark testing, the STAR and math, the STAR early literacy and the STAR math. So this is the beginning of the year goal, and then the fall goal, the winter score, and goal. So I will write their score at the beginning of the year, I will write their fall score, and then this is the goal. So the parents have, you know, reference to compare to, and then the winter score we won't fill out yet, but then they can see the goals so they know what they're striving for. Same thing with math. There are the goals. I will fill in beginning of year and fall, but I won't be able to fill in winter. And then their writing goals, I take a sample of writing that we did the previous week and I check off, and then I have the writing right there to show them, all right, here's what we're working on, here's how they write, here is what they, you know, did great, here's what they need to work on. AR points, I put how much they have, the goal for that semester, and then their percentage of how they're doing on the quizzes. And then the extra comments is what I use this for. Then I have the students do self-evaluation. The first parent-teacher conferences, I have them do this page, so they rate how they think they're doing. Smiley is good, obviously. This is so-so, and this is bad. And then I will have them do this the next round of parent-teacher conferences. This is my sign-up sheet that I have the parents fill out, and then this is a paper that I fill out for parents. It is a glow, so it's like something I could brag on their kiddo for, and then something that their kiddo needs to work on. And I have tried to do at least one for each, and if I have like 2 grows, then I make sure that I do 2 glows, or even more glows than grows. These are papers that I send home with parents just to help them, kind of guide them if they need help helping their child with math and reading. My mentor teacher also gave me these. Right, this is one thing that I absolutely love at conferences. This is called Parent Pride, but there's another one. It might be this one. No, it's like, I can't remember what it's called. But anyways, I print these out on colored paper and leave it blank. And then when your parent-teacher conference is over, if you have time left over, you can have the parents write something that they're proud of their child for learning, and then you put it on their desk, and when they get back from fall break or back from spring break or whenever your conferences are, your child has a special little note from their parent that's encouraging. And I've done this so many times with kids, and the kids will hold on to these notes like no other. They'll keep it in their folder or their pencil box, and if they're ever upset, they'll pull it out and read it. Or even if they're just stumbling through their folder to get their work, then they come across it, it always makes them smile. So that is such a fun little part that I add on into conferences. All right, I'm pulling up the conference schedule on my computer really quick so that I can, sort out the papers correctly. But I also wanted to mention that I do have their like reports, their STAR benchmark reports that are printed off from their website. So we use the Renaissance or AR, that program that partners with AR. So the STAR program has a report that I can print straight out that shows exactly what their child struggled with or did really well on the test. So I print that out in math and reading. My principal actually does it for me, and she does it for all of our teachers, which is amazing. But if she didn't, I would print it anyways. And then I also print out their AR report of all the books that they've taken a test on, and it shows the score, which questions they missed, all of that. So I also add that, but I just can't show you that because it is lots of information about my students that I can't share. But I've got my conference schedule pulled up on the computer. I'm going to sort through the papers and make sure everybody is in order and they have all the papers that they need. So that's what I'm doing next.
It's RSM.
Alright, so I've got everything organized except for some things that they did, which I'm going to organize while I do this. But I just paper clip the papers that I need for each student. I used to do these big grand folders where I would fold them over, get big construction paper, fold it over, write their name on it, and put all their papers in the folder. But I don't have any big construction paper, nor do I want to go buy that right now. And I even one year went and bought folders for this, and I'm like, you know what, that's silly, like, no. So I just paper clip them, and now I'm going to sort them. I have them in their lineup order, but I'm going to sort them by their conference time so they're already in order, ready for me to go. So I've got all of the papers sorted and organized by paperclip. I've got my sign-in sheet ready. I've got my little thing that the parents will write their kids a note ready. So I'm really ready to go. I do have to go through and finish marking one box that says writing goals because I've been waiting on my kids to finish their writing draft from the week so I can use that as a reference. But I'm pretty much ready to go. So I'm going to do the writing comments during my kids' computer time, and then I'll be ready, I think. But I will be showing you kind of how I arranged the room for parent-teacher conferences, and I'll probably be talking through my nerves with you guys because no matter how many times you do parent-teacher conferences, they still make you nervous. Morning, y'all. It is Monday morning and it's 7:18. My kids come at 7:45. So I am just here a little bit early, unloading my things and getting ready for the day. Today is parent-teacher conference day. As I've said earlier, I have parent-teacher conferences today after school. So I teach all day. Parent-teacher conferences start at 3:30, I believe is my first one. And then I end around 7:15-ish. And then I come back Tuesday and do it all over again. So I'm going to show you what I have set up right now. And then I'll show you kind of what I do right before parents start to come in. And then I'll probably talk to you guys on my way home from parent-teacher conferences and let you know how they went. So here's my setup. I've already cleared the table off. This usually has a bunch of stuff on it for our small groups. And I've already cleared it off because I don't want to have to stress about it while I'm teaching. I've got their stack of the papers in order, so all of those are what each parents will get for their child, and they're in order of their conference time. I've got a sign-in sheet ready. I have our field trip permission forms ready because I sent those home last week and no one brought them back, so I was like, I'll just have them sign them while they're here. I've got our IPRI forms for reading, and then I have our positive parent note, and then over there is the writing sample so that I can show them what their writing was supposed to look like for the week and show them what they did. So I'm ready. The thing that I will do before parents come in is straighten up the desk, clean up the room a little bit. We're doing a craft today that will go on each student's desk so they can see that as well and take that home. But I really don't have to do much preparing for it, and I'm glad that I don't because I'm not going to be stressing. I'm already going to be stressing about chatting with each parent. It just makes me a little bit nervous every year. So this is my 4th year doing it and I still get nervous. So I have enough to worry about. At least I have all the paperwork done and I'm ready to go. Okay, so parent-teacher conferences are now over for Monday night, but I wanted to show y'all that I put this little slide up, I play some soft music, and then I just put these chairs by the table, and then I put 2 of these chairs outside just in case parents are waiting. And then also I just had to share with y'all, one of my students, I've never had anyone bring me a gift for parent-teacher conferences, but one of my students brought me a Bible. Like, the mom checked with the teacher in the past because the teacher before me, she's a believer. She was like, is Mrs. Paul a believer? And the teacher before me was like, yes, for sure she is. And she got me a Bible. Like, I'm gonna cry. That's literally the sweetest thing anyone's ever done for me. And our meal for tonight was pizza. So I got 2 pieces of pizza. My student teacher was in here observing, so she observed me, so that was good to get like that experience for her. But I love her. She was awesome. She just kind of hung out with me, kept me company in between each break. But I'm packing up. I'm heading out. It is 6:57 and I'm out of here. So I am not ready to do it all again tomorrow, but I got the heavy day out today, so tomorrow won't be as bad, and then I'll be on fall break. Okay, y'all. I look a mess. I feel a mess. This is what it looks like after you've taught first graders all day and then had parent-teacher conferences all night for 2 days in a row. But I made it to fall break. I finished my last conference maybe 30 minutes ago, and I got all my stuff done for next week, so I'm not gonna have to come up here at all. So I have Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday off. 5 days, no school, all me time. But parent-teacher conferences went really great. All of my conversations were so good, went so well. And yeah, so if you have any questions or comments about any of the resources I used or anything you want me to explain further, please drop them down below. I will put as many links as I can to resources that I use and things that I have shown in the video. But yeah, thank you guys for watching, and I hope this helped you prep for your parent-teacher conferences.